because I've just had it at this point. Or I'm just going to get in the car and take him to the freaking hospital. Well, I'm glad he didn't, and I'm glad Tim went down there, which is why I wanted him to go down there. I'm like, I need you to evaluate the situation and make sure I'm not crazy and see what you think. And he said, he's like, no, it's a virus. Like, there's going to be nothing they can do for him. And this happened last time he had a virus.
And they gave him a red popsicle.
Yep, we got a red popsicle for $2,400. It was fantastic. I hope that fucking red popsicle was delicious. Then again, he ended up puking it all over afterwards anyway. So, but yeah. So we got through the night, woke up the next morning, and he was like, "I feel a lot better." And I was like, "All right, good." And he just had like a mild headache the rest of the day, but there was like no more throwing up. He finally ate something. You know, it was much better. But I was just, what a freaking whirlwind. Because, you know, you get into these points where it's just like, and, you know, you see in all these mom groups, it's like, look at this. Do I take my kid to the hospital? Do I do this? Do I do that? And you like, and you think to your head, like, you dumbass, like, go take him to the freaking doctor and get it checked out, you know? But, and it's like, Liam has these 3 little dots.
Although I have been the mom to
Post
take a picture.
I mean, some of the stuff is legit, and then the other stuff is like, well, I can't really tell from the picture.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I have posted a picture before.
Liam's got these 3 little dots on his back that aren't bothering him. They're like weird little like pimple things, and they're weird. They're like all in a row. I don't know. I gotta get checked out, but I mean, they're not bothering him or anything.
Group, see what they say.
I know I should. I will do that after this. But yeah, what a crazy freaking night. I mean, I'm glad the kid doesn't have meningitis and that he doesn't have any brain damage.
Yes, I'm
but
glad.
it just goes to show you not to Google things sometimes. But then on the other hand, it's helped me out sometimes. So
yeah.
But you talk to any kind of medical person in the medical field, do not Google things. Do not do it.
As soon as something happens, I'm Googling it.
Google. If I can at least get through the night and I don't think he's like hemorrhaging or anything like that, you know what I mean? Then, you know, I can make it through the night to see. Because if by the morning he wasn't good, I was probably going to do the Doctor on Demand, it's called, which that app is awesome. It's Doctor on Demand. Doesn't matter what insurance you have or anything, you can use it. Right. And it's like basically FaceTiming a doctor. We've used it multiple times. I've told people about it, and it saved them. I mean, it saves us money. It saves us time. I mean, in some cases, there's some people that don't like it.
I should have had that in my head for what my WTF is going to be. I'll get to tell you. You'll be like, oh yeah, okay. That would have came in handy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Was it about down there?
No, I was not. No. Nothing happened to my vagina, but thank you for jumping straight to my vagina was jacked up.
I was about to make fun of you. Like, hey,
how does this look? Is this everything? Does this look normal to you?
Oh my god! I got this itching, burning thing down here. That's FaceTime with my vagina.
Do you see the red part? But not a little bit up. It's real red.
Ma'am, can you shine a light on that? Now bear down.
Oh my god!
All right, let's get into your WTF moment. Let's find out.
All right, let's do it.
What the fuck did you just do?
What the fuck did I just see?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
All right, Christina, so I feel like your WTF moment maybe has to do with something medical.
Not my vagina.
What happened, girl?
Okay. So, a little bit of a backstory. It has to do with Aria. So, a little bit of a backstory. We were in Carolina Beach with my mom. It was just me, Aria, my mom, and the dogs, 3 dogs, all on a boat. Because the guys were, as Ed told his brief
NASCAR story
about NASCAR last week, where him and the guys were.
Yep.
So, so we were in Carolina Beach. My mom has a boat there where you're able to, sleep on it, whatever. So it was late one night. We had just got back from getting ice cream, and Aria, we're on the boat, put our pajamas on, and she's scratching her eyes and rubbing her ears, and I'm just thinking like she's like overtired at this point because we spent all day at the pool.
Yeah.
Sunburn, yada yada. Plus it's like 11:30 at night at this point. So I'm like, stop touching your face. And she's also gets like kind of a little bit of a allergic reaction to my mom's dog sometimes. Like she touches them, even though they're hypoallergenic dogs, whatever that means.
She still gets allergic.
She still has like a reaction to them. So I'm just thinking like, you're just tired, go to sleep. So I'm telling her, stop. So then I go and kiss her goodnight, and I can hear her like breathing like really hard.
Like wheezing?
And it's like when like Logan is having like an asthma thing, like, and I know how that sounds. Yeah. And it sounded just like that. She was like breathing like really heavy, and she was wheezing. And now, of course, the one time that Logan is not with me, so I don't have an inhaler because Logan has asthma.
Yeah.
Aria doesn't have asthma. So the inhaler went with Ed.
Or even if it's an allergic reaction, do you have Benadryl?
No, we didn't have anything. So,
yeah.
I mean, and of course, we're now on a boat. So
at
it's
11:30
I'm like
30 at night,
Pinteresting and Googling like all of the, things that you could do. And it's like, okay, I don't have that. Okay, I don't have that. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe if I can call like Walgreens, because that's where we get our prescriptions.
Yeah.
And get one of like Logan's inhaler like things called into whatever, I guess, like local 24-hour Walgreens is around here. The closest one was like 25 minutes away. Damn. But whatever, I would have driven there if that's where it was. So I call, and they've lost they don't have any prescription on file. They can't find any of our prescriptions.
What the fuck?
What the fuck to Walgreens, because that's another what the fuck. But they've lost all of our prescriptions, and I want to choke them. Side note of that. But back to the story. So they can't find his prescription. I'm like, okay. So now I'm like, I guess I'm just going to try some Benadryl. Maybe like that'll bring it down. I don't really know. So there's a Food Lion, like not even 5 minutes from the marina. So I'm like, I'm going to take her with me. This way, I know she had to walk her from the freaking dock all the way back to the car. But I want her to get the medicine quicker so it has,
exactly.
Works quicker. So we go. And we go into Food Lion because there's no other pharmacy. There's no 24-hour pharmacy in Carolina Beach. Great. Fantastic. So I go into Food Lion and I find Benadryl. Pay for it. And before I even leave the store, I give it to her. She takes it. And I think like from the walking outside, like just the air, like I guess helped her a little bit because it had already like started calming down by then. So now we go the whole 5 minutes back to the boat. And we stop at the bathroom before we get to the boat because you can't really go to the bathroom on the boat.
Yeah.
So I realize that I forgot my phone. I'm like, okay, we got to go back to the car because I got to get my phone now. So we get to the car and I can't find my phone. So I'm like, did I leave it in the bathroom? So I walk her back to the freaking bathroom again. It's not in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I got to go all the way fucking back to Food Lion. So I go back to Food Lion. And it's, again, like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. So it's not like there was a zillion people in there. So I asked the woman, did you see my phone? And she's like, no, I haven't seen your phone. So I go in the aisle that I was in. I only went to one fucking aisle.
Damn.
I look there. I look in the shopping cart that I use. It's nowhere to be found. So I'm like, do you have a phone that I could try calling my phone with? She's like, oh, no, I don't have a phone. I'm like, there's no phone in the store to call. She's like, oh, well, you can use the store phone. She's like, I just don't have a cell phone. I'm like, I wasn't fucking asking you for your cell phone. Yeah. I just need a fucking phone.
I'm sure that was her first thought.
Fuck.
And I'm sure she did. She's like, I ain't giving this bitch my phone.
Exactly. So I get my phone and I'm calling it and nobody's fucking answering it. I wonder why. But I'm like, I was calling like in order to maybe like hear it somewhere.
Or someone maybe hears it and picks it up.
Exactly. So then nobody's picking it up. So now I'm like, all right, I actually have my mom's phone number. I have like the worst with phone numbers, but I have my mom's phone number memorized.
Yeah.
So now I'm calling her, asking like, because now I'm going to ask her to call the phone as I'm like walking around, maybe like
you hear
go somewhere else. And I call her, and she's not answering. And it's like, I'm thinking like, who the fuck you think is calling? Because you normally like she won't answer the phone for somebody she doesn't know. So I'm like, all right, so she's not answering the phone because she doesn't know the number. Let me call back.
But I'm not there right now. Maybe she would think something's wrong, so pick up.
Let me call back again. Because usually, like, if someone's calling twice, it's usually like
important.
So she doesn't answer. And I'm like, okay. So I get back in the car. Now, Aria is, for some reason, getting very upset. And she starts hysterical crying. And I'm like, what's the matter? Why are you crying? She's like, because your phone is missing, and I know that you like your phone, and I don't want you to have no phone, and you're gonna have to buy a new. And she's hysterical crying. I'm like, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. If it's missing, it's missing. As
long as you're breathing, girl, we're good.
Out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I get in the car and I find my phone.
Of course. Of course.
What the fuck? So that was the... so I guess the what the fuck really isn't on Aria. The what the fuck is on me. And Aria was just the one who needed the medical attention.
I feel like it happens all the time. And it's so funny because happened to someone at work today looking for their badge for work. Like you look through your purse, you look through the phone, you look through everything. And then you go look at like 80 million other things. And you come back to where you started. You're like, all right, let me calm down. Let me just look one more time. And then if you find it, it's like it was right there the whole entire time.
Oh, you mean like the money that is still missing in my house that we can't find?
Allegedly that you what?
We still haven't found it.
Oh, okay. Or know that it's missing. You're not.
Yeah, I think it's missing. I don't know. I think there's money in my house missing. We're not 100% sure.
That's pretty funny.
So I think like I feel like I'm going crazy because it's like, was there actually any... What is that movie? Fight Club? Where like there's like really no other people in the movie. He's just like fighting people in his head.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah, I guess like, am I just fucking insane? Or is there really fucking money
if you
missing?
die and your house is really clean, somebody will find it. No, trust me. Just trust me.
We pulled out the stove. Like we went like all out looking for it. But anyway, going back to my WTF, so my finished WTFing. So we get back to the boat, and I felt horrible because I just dragged this child like all over the fucking place. She wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And it's fucking now, but this time it's like 12 o'clock at night. Oh, when I get back to the boat, my mom was like, "Oh, I didn't even hear my phone. It was on silent." So I was like, "Okay, well, that's why you didn't answer the phone."
Yep.
But yeah. So we get home from the beach, and I'm unpacking the bag that we brought, and what do I find? A fucking inhaler.
Oh.
We had a fucking inhaler the
whole entire time.
What? The actual...
You could have diverted all of that.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, what the actual fuck to me? So what about you, Diane?
Oh, my goodness. I have a long list here.
Oh, boy.
And I'm trying to figure out which one to use. No, but I'm going to use... mine goes to Logan, rather. And as everyone knows, we've been having issues and still do with his pooping and all that fantastic stuff. So, but he's pretty good with, peeing, pooping, all that stuff, like in somewhat appropriate times. Sometimes he'll still do like the streak in his underwear or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes, like it happened here the other night, he'll, and I think it has to do, like he still wears pull-ups at night. But I feel like his like wee will be sticking straight up, and that's why he'll pee like outside of his pull up sometimes. The way it's aiming.
That's funny. I actually had something written down, and I didn't know where to incorporate it because I just had such a fucking long list. But excuse me, that kind of not to cut you off.
No,
but
you're fine. Yeah,
like in that exact story range. So little by little, after you guys left, was it Saturday that you slept over on Friday?
Yep,
and the
left
guys
Saturday
did the podcast, and then you left on Saturday. I went into the laundry room and I found one of Logan's piece of clothing on the floor. So I was like, I'll pick it up.
Oh, his pajamas.
Yeah.
That's
right.
And
I'm doing the laundry. I go in and I shut the door and I found another piece of his clothes behind the door. I was like, all right, picked it up, put it in the laundry to do with the laundry. Then I go into the kids' bathroom and I don't know why I was in their bathroom, going to the bathroom. But so I go in there and I'm like, I'm sitting on the bowl, and then I have the door open because there's two doors, and the bathroom door I had open. And I'm like, it smells like pee in here. What is that smell? And now I'm thinking,
oh no, where did he put it?
Did Tim pee on the rug when he was drunk last night? Because I remember, like, didn't you tell a story?
In the corner. Yep.
Peed in the corner.
Yep. That was after like a
Tim,
Kid Rock.
it
was after a Kid Rock concert.
But I think you said it on the podcast. So I'm like, did Tim pee on the rug when he was drunk last night? So then when I shut the door, I saw Logan's pull-up and his pants behind. I was like, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm glad you found it.
It wasn't, he didn't pee on anything. It was just his pull-up was there.
You know why it was probably there? So what he does every morning is he gets up and he goes and puts his pull-up in the garbage in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
But
Probably
your
couldn't find the
garbage, he
'cause
couldn't find
the
the garbage.
dog